Hey everyone, so today we are going over the best superhero or even villain haircuts. And I know that there's a bunch that I may miss, but these are some of my favorites. So, Peter Parker. Now, out of the different characters who played Spider Man, I think he had probably the best hair. A lot of people seem to like this very, very textured type of haircut. Next up, Hawkeye. Now, this was the one that went super viral. I did tutorials on most of these, to be honest with you. But in my opinion, this went so viral, this haircut, that a lot of people wanted it, which is basically your standard kind of mohawk. And, you just got to use one of my pastes, like a crafted matte paste or something to kind of get this look. But this is something I think is really awesome. All right, next up, we've got Superman. And this is more obviously the more recent Superman, or recent-ish. But one of those hairstyles that, believe it or not, is a classic hairstyle. A side part, something like my crafted matte pomade would work phenomenal for something like this. Again, not super, super short in the sides, but a very, very classic haircut. Now, Batman. Again, there's been a lot of characters who have played Batman. I think Christian Bale's hair, to me, was probably one of my favorites. Very, very similar to the last haircut, but you need to have the length on the sides and even the top in order to have this type of look. Now, next up, a classic, The Crow, from the movie The Crow, Brendan Lee. Brendan Lee's hair was one of those where it's a layered haircut, and I've done numerous tutorials on haircuts like this, but yes, this is a layered haircut. You need to have layers for this. Obviously have some hair length. This is where Tidal Wave would come in and really work wonders. You spray your hair with it, let it air dry, set it and forget it, but you need to have the right haircut in order to have this. Now, the next one, Bucky Barnes from the Winter Soldier. This was so highly requested, and I have done a tutorial on this. Any of these, just type in the name and then add the Salon Guy. But once again, this is a slightly layered haircut, and the key to this haircut is having that angle in the front to making sure it's a little bit shorter and then works its way down to the bottom. Now, we're not talking crazy layers here, just something towards the bottom half, but what really separates this is having that shorter length throughout the front that kind of works its way down into the sides and into the back. Again, Tidal Wave, this would be a great product for something like this. Set it and forget it. Now, this one, you may like this, may not like this, but Loki, he has longer hair. However, this hairstyle isn't super layered, in my opinion. If anything, it's more layered towards the bottom. But this is one of those classic types of haircuts where if you can wear this haircut and you want to have longer hair, he has it more slicked back off of his face. So it just goes to show you can have long hair and have it slicked back. It doesn't have to be all falling in your face. Like this next character, Thor. This is Thor. He obviously had, two different hairstyles. One extreme was a lot shorter. I don't know which one you prefer. I mean, having longer hair, whether if it was a wig or not, the shorter hair definitely made a little bit of a statement. But I think most people will remember his character of having the longer hair because it's such a unique hairstyle and such a more, powerful type of hairstyle, in my opinion. Next, the Joker, right? Jared Leto, he made this haircut go so viral, and I have done a tutorial on this, including the color. So this was that kind of like undercut in a sense where it doesn't look fully like an undercut, but it's not super, super short on the sides. But this haircut actually works well for people who have straight hair but very, very thick hair where it's disconnected, but the top is a lot longer. This is a great way to remove weight from the sides and corners and back of your hair. This haircut, I mean, they all have went viral, but Captain America, I remember when, his hair was getting a bit longer and everybody was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. His hair, like when everyone first saw his hairstyle, it was like, oh my gosh. And I did a video on it and it went viral. I think it's in the millions and millions of views. But this is an awesome, awesome hairstyle. Black Panther. Now, the one thing about this which I love about this, is that it's just natural. Yes, it's tapered and it goes a bit shorter on the sides and the back throughout the top, but notice how his hair is just his natural texture, right? The hairline is natural. There's no harsh lineups or shape ups. It's just his natural hair texture. So it just goes to show that hair could look just as nice without having to do any alterations to it. And I think it looks awesome. Next, we've got Iron Man, and this is the last one of the bunch, but I've done a lot of tutorials with this type of haircut. I've even done a tutorial of this hairstyle. And yes, I know I'm probably missing a lot of them, but these are just some of the big ones that came to the top of my head, ones I've gotten requests to do or have gone over. But let me know in the comments below which superhero, which villain you think has the best haircut. Because, again, these are all very, very popular, and I'd love to know your opinions. Do you have your hair currently like any one of these? Let me know. If you want to use any of my products and purchase them, you can use code YouTube20. That's YouTube20 at shop.thesalonguy.com. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.